Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward through this beginning part because it's just cycle, nothing really happens. So right here I had Baby Dragon, Bomber, and Prince, and I played Skeletons to distract the Prince, but the Bomber actually just barely killed them. So I had to panic with both of my ice cards to distract, and then the Ice Golem, the Kite, obviously. So it was a pretty good defense there, and I actually am up in damage right now, but at this point in the game it doesn't really matter. I played Archer's mid to kite the Valkyrie over. He played Spear Goblins, so I thought I could get away with a log, but they actually moved out of the way too quick. And I was trying to play Skeletons on top of the Spear Goblins on the right, so they wouldn't get too much damage, and I played an X-Bow. You can see me thinking I threw the game. Played Skeleton mids to kite the Prince over, and then Ice Golem to keep him going. Low Archers to make sure the Prince died, and to pull the Baby Dragon. My Ice Spear actually jumps onto the Baby Dragon here, which I think is worse for me because the Bomber would have actually gotten less damage if it jumped on the Bomber. A little jump cut there to 2 tons elixir because literally nothing happened. But there's a lot of times in this game where this guy didn't do anything because he was waiting on me to do something so that way he could counter it and then get a counter push, which actually let me capitalize a lot. So I played an X-Bow here because I knew I would have enough for an Ice Golem and Archers to defend whatever he played. It was a really valuable fireball hit and everything. I put Skeletons there thinking the mini-peck would survive, but it didn't. And I already know my X-Bow's dead here, so I just played mid-Tesla. I logged to get value with the Valkyrie Tower and Spear Goblins. Ice Golem to keep my Tesla alive. You can actually use Tesla as like a timer so they can't push until it's dead. Baby Dragon, that's a push he liked to do throughout the entire match. I've seen him do that a lot. I thought my Ice Spirit wasn't going to jump onto the Prince, so I played Panic Skeletons. So I actually don't agree with his Fireball here because it puts him down in Elixir by a little bit and barely gets him any tower damage. I actually go in with X-Bow here since I had Archers to kind of cover my back a little bit. He actually played his Minion Horde for the first time this entire match, so I thought Fireball would be good there to get a lot of value. My X-Bow cleans up all the smaller troops. He plays Mini P.E.K.K.A. I distract it with Skeletons. He plays a Bomber. I log it. That way the X-Bow gets a little bit more damage. And with that log, my Fireball is actually enough to take the tower, but I didn't really know that because I'm not used to having max cards yet. So I was still trying to cycle to stay alive so that way I could get back to log. So since log was the next in hand, I fireballed, but I actually took tower, so that's going to be game.